Hi, English students. This is Miss Newman, and I want us to talk about this first essay that we're going to write for the class. It's a descriptive narrative essay. So for a descriptive narrative, you typically are telling a story and describing the situation that you experienced. And so you want to use really descriptive language, play up the sensory details. What did you see, smell, touch, if that's part of it. If you taste something, if it's a food related thing, you can describe taste. So really you want to play up your sensory details so that the reader can imagine what you experienced. So just to give you a little summary of what a descriptive narrative is, I'm going to go over this topic sheet, but if you have any questions, please feel free to email me. I'm very encouraging of asking questions. The only bad question is one that's not asked. So I'll go through this topic sheet, but if you're confused about anything at all, just let me know. This type of essay provides the reader with a picture in words. It creates a verbal picture of a person, place, or thing. The writer creates a subjective impression by observing and recording specific details that appeal to the reader's sense of sight, hearing, taste, smell, and touch. The descriptive essay requires colorful details to support the writing. Please let me know if you have any questions or concerns. So definitely, as you're describing something, don't just say it's beautiful. Describe what was beautiful about it, the sights, the sounds, that sort of thing. If you're describing the beach, don't just tell me that the water was blue. Describe how the sunshine shone on the waves and how it glittered, and more specific details is always better for descriptive. So the rough draft is due Monday, June 7th by midnight, and you will turn that into the discussion board. All of your rough drafts are going to be peer reviewed by your classmates, and they can give you tips on ways to improve your essay. Also, what's great about a rough draft due date is you'll know that you'll have your essay done by the final draft due date because you'll have already done a draft of it earlier on. So it just encourages you to work ahead. The final draft is going to be due Monday, June 14th by midnight, and you'll turn that into the week 4 content folder. And it's the final draft that I grade. And I use the grading rubric that's located on the Getting Started page of Blackboard. So if you want to click into that and take a look, let me know if you have any questions about the grading rubric. This essay is worth 15% of your final grade. So it's worth a chunk, but nowhere near as much as some of your other essays, specifically the research paper. Essays should be between 500 and 750 words in length. I've had students ask before if I count off if you go over the word count. That's fine. Some students get into their topics and want to write lengthier essays on it. I certainly won't count off for doing extra work, but just to let you know that it does need to be at least 500 words, or I will count off on not meeting the minimum word requirement. Formatting is 12-point Times New Roman font, double-spaced with MLA heading and style. I do want to remind you that the Seagull textbook is used for this class. So that's this textbook right here. And the best page that has MLA formatting examples is on page 161. So I'll show you what I'm looking at. Page 161 in the textbook has a really good MLA formatted example. So you can use that as a guide as you're writing your essay. So notice it starts off with your name, then my name, then the class, and the date. Also notice there's a page number in the upper right-hand corner with your last name next to it. And it's in Times New Roman 12-point font and double-spaced. So if you're not sure how to do MLA formatting, just let me know and I'll guide you through the steps how to do that in a Microsoft Word document. I do prefer that you turn in your documents through Microsoft Word and not Notepad because the formatting in Notepad isn't usually correct. So, but that's just something to know for your formatting. And that's going to be all of your essays are MLA formatted. So this is really just getting you started on how MLA is going to be structured for the entire semester. If you wish, you can submit your own idea to me for possible approval if none of these topic ideas strike you as interesting for you. But I would say most students really enjoy these topics. So just let me know if you have trouble choosing one. You could write about a holiday or celebration with your family. I've gotten some great essays about Christmas, Halloween, July 4th, family reunions. It really depends on your family and what you celebrate most, but you can describe what happens at these events, the food that you're eating, if there's presents, the wrapping paper around the presents, the Christmas tree, or if it's Halloween, the costumes that are worn and the candy and all that good stuff. So I'd say holidays is one of the most popular topics. Another one I have is an unforgettable moment in your life. I've gotten some great essays about some students have had children at this point, so they might have experienced having a child. That's obviously a very unforgettable moment. Some students have written about car accidents or some sort of medical emergency. So it really just depends on what you've experienced in your life on whether or not an unforgettable moment would be a good topic for you. Another option is a fun vacation that you've taken in real life or in your dreams. The dream vacation is one that a lot of students enjoy because a lot of folks want to go on a vacation eventually, but because of time or finances, it's difficult to make that happen. So you can dream about your dream vacation or write about one that you've gone on in the past that you really enjoyed. Another option is a regrettable action. I've gotten some good ones about students that may have made bad decisions back in high school and they regret that decision, whether it was going to the party or having a car accident because of driving under the influence or something like that. So that's another topic option. A fun night at the movies. You can describe the smell of popcorn and experiencing a movie with friends or a date. That's always a fun topic. And the last one I have is a picture that is close to your heart. Some students have written about family members that have passed on and described a picture that shows them with that family member, whether it was a grandparent or parent or a best friend. So really it just depends on what you've gone through in the past and what you feel comfortable sharing. Just know that any essay that you write is going to be seen by your peers and obviously by me as well. So I recommend not writing about a topic that you feel uncomfortable sharing with people. So just make sure as you're choosing this topic that it's something you feel comfortable sharing with people. Your final draft, there's a late submission rule, and this goes for all of your essays. You have 10 points off every day late. So I've got examples there as well. All your final drafts are going to be graded using the grading rubric. Remember, that's on that Getting Started page of Blackboard if you want to take a look at it. And it's also going to be scanned with anti-plagiarism software. So what that means is if you do pull anything online or if you use an essay that was turned in the past, it'll flag it and it'll show me exactly which sections of the essay were not your own. So just make sure you write your own essay for this class because otherwise it will come up as plagiarized and we'll have to have a very serious discussion about that. I've got a section at the bottom for brainstorming and outlining ideas, but you don't have to do that. Just some students I noticed in the past write on their topic sheet different ideas and such, so I wanted to give you a space to do that if you prefer to do some pre-writing before you write your essay. But like I said at the beginning of the video, feel free to ask me any questions that arise as you're writing, as you're choosing your topic, anything. If you're not sure how to structure your essay, this is a 5-paragraph essay, so if you need a refresher on that, I actually go over that in the introduction video in the week 1 folder. So also feel free to ask me any questions. Hope you have a wonderful day. Thanks. Bye.